What's
Good
up?
morning, everybody, and
What's
welcome
up, man?
to
That
the morning
freaking
roast.
intro is fire, dude.
Oh yeah, that's Red
Freaking fire.
Gaze. Red Gaze did that one
Yeah, that
for us.
that
And,
that guitar riff. That'll wake you up. I mean, I tell you
oh
what, if
yeah,
that'll wake you up, you're dead.
but welcome everybody to the show. And today we got with us Mr. Luke Stone.
Yeah, man.
And
Thanks for having me today.
apologize for being late. I fell asleep. Last night was my first night back to work, and I was like, oh, I came back and I was like freezing from being in the cooler, and I was tired. So I was like, well, I'm gonna lay down, I'm gonna get warmed up, and then I'm gonna get a shower, and I'll be good to go. And I laid down and fell asleep
Out,
for like an
out, just like
hour or
that,
so, and then I woke up and I was like, oh crap, it's like 1 minute until the shower is supposed to
dude.
start.
It's that mattressitis. You ever heard of that? It's when the back. That's when the mattress gets stuck to your back and you just can't get up.
Just can't make it. And
Mattressitis. Yeah.
as soon as I woke up and I was like, "Oh crap! I got like a minute. I need to hurry up. Use the bathroom, run down, start getting set up." I got up, started moving towards the thing, and started hiccuping.
Dude, I got up early and I went and I got some stuff that I needed to break a laptop. So I I was replacing the battery in my old MacBook for my daughter, and in the process I broke the trackpad. So so I'm
Oh wow!
winning today. I'm already winning. I'm winning
Well, I
because
mean,
they
heck,
went to the they taken it to the Apple store right now to get fixed.
you
So
gotta
it's like
break it, don't you, to get into it?
well, a little bit, yeah, but I mean, when you put it back together, it's supposed to work, and that seems to be my problem. Is I can take things apart, but when I put them back together, they don't seem to work. So I have not yet learned my lesson. So I'm getting there though.
Let's see. Souls in the chat. He says, "Welcome to the
What's up,
morning
Soul?
roast, where the third time isn't the charm because today's guest already completes his clover leaf of appearances." Lucky. Good morning, Chris, Luke, and chat. I
Right.
think we've had Luke on quite a few times.
Yeah, a couple times. Yeah.
Art Tiver streams on time. Difference between a professional and a hobo.
Hobo
Well,
life, right?
get a good look at me. I look like a hobo. Get over it. Let's see. And Sim is probably spoiling all the artwork for the next book on Twitter. Yeah, he probably is. He's probably already got like the next couple books drawn, or at least the covers. Let's see. Sugar, that sounds exactly like that hobo life. Get yourself cleaned up, ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Fisk, hello,
What's
hello.
up, Chris? There's a lot of Chris's today.
Yeah.
Fisk and Sugar.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, Mr. Fisk. He was showing off a fancy like LED lit wisp, kind of what do you call them? 3D figure like thing that he did. Or he
Yeah.
had done. It looked real nice. I'm gonna have to have
Yeah.
him show it off here on when he comes back on the show. Sam, wherever you are, get in here. uh, Sam's probably snoozing, or
He's
he's
probably
getting
slinging Amy.
coffee. I'm not throwing up on stream. It's just if I don't, I'm trying to keep the hiccups down, so the stream don't just turn into me hiccuping all over the place.
Right. I don't know. That might be entertaining, dude. What's up,
No,
Woodrow?
it would just give them something new to make fun of me on. Soul's
Maybe
already
people will
put
forget
the
about the
link.
red dress, right?
He's already put the link in for your website.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. And then he also put the link in for hybrids there.
Awesome. I appreciate that, bro.
Oh, okay. So I was looking at the website for hybrids.
Yeah.
There. You also have it on Indiegogo?
Well, I've got a couple things going on. See, here's the deal. So this is actually my first time back post nap. I think
Yeah.
my first show back post nap. So I call it my nap, or sometimes I call it the reset. Sometimes we call it the Thanos snap because it was like, I lost a lot of time and yeah. So I was out for 5 months, and last year I was supposed to get a lot of stuff done. I had this big plan, everything was marked out, and then my dumb butt winds up in the hospital, right? And so I can't get anything done. So now I am. There's something that happens when you almost bite it. You just want to get everything done that you want to get done before you do bite it, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of coming back with like this fury of just wanting to get things done and accomplished. And so I've got several things going on right now. I am fulfilling Hybrids, the Killing Field, part 1 through 3, which is 6, 7, and 8. I'm doing the art for issue 9, and that will be in sign up on Indiegogo very soon. I am in sign up for a book called Rift Riders that I'm kind of the producer of. It was my concept, but I teamed up with Piper, and so we're kind of doing this book. She's the writer. John Willard is the artist. A great book. It is in sign up right now. It will be launched on September 2nd. So we're kind of in fever pitch right now to get everything ready for that. And then I've got the original trade paperback that I did, the first 5 issues. Before I went down for my nap, we did these. We were re-releasing the first 5 issues. I did remastered all the, like most of the art. Each book got something changed, something updated, so that when we put the Arrow logo on it, it was unique to Arrow Comics, and it would be kind of the final print version. You know, it'll forever stay in Arrow's catalog. No matter what happens to future issues, the first 12 issues will be in the Arrow catalog. And so we were supposed to distribute through this group called Liberty. And it turns out that they were a farce. Okay? So we wound up, I woke up to realize that, to find out that we had we had bought into a grift, and that we were out a lot of money. So I have, part of the money that I spent was remastering the first 5 issues of the book, of the series. And so I have all of those ready, with a little bit of lettering that needs to be edited and stuff like that. So, you know, just the final pass on these things. And so I'm releasing each one of them as floppies, but I'm waiting on some backup stories for issue 4 and 5. So I'm holding those off before I put those up on my website. But in the process, I know that some people were waiting for the trade paperback to be remastered. So I went ahead and put all those files together. So I've got the trade paperback pretty much ready to go to print. Adding a couple little extras in there and doing some updated information, kind of like backstory stuff. Talking a little bit about the process between COVID and this release. But I'm doing a crowdfunding. It's called a crowdfunding, but it's a group buy, like a pre-order, from my website with a platform that I've built for crowdfunding. So, and I can't say that I built it. Someone else built the code, and I'm purchasing use of the code. So I'm leasing the use of the code for my own website. So that's kind of how that's working. And it's working out pretty good so far. We're almost funded. We need like 3 people to buy into this thing, and we'll be completely funded. So, but that's available on my website. So that's kind of what's going on there. And then I'm doing a lot of work for other people right now as well. So I'm living like there's no tomorrow.
So you've certainly turned into a very busy bee.
Yeah, and I'm doing this full time now.
That's good.
I was pastoring, but church didn't quite make it through my absence, so we wound up having to close down after I came back. And
That's
so
sad.
Yeah, it is sad, but you know, it's a new journey, it's a new chapter. And so I'm doing different things for ministry, but now my income is coming from comic books and art, and that's in photography and things like that. But pretty much my Lucasstone Studios business.
Well, that they say one door closes, another opens.
True. And sometimes when one door closes, you just kick the crap out of another door till it opens.
How you doing this morning, Sam?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Oh,
Sam.
well, I'd be great if my hiccups would stop.
What's up, Luke?
What's up, Sam?
What's
It's nice to see you today. Well, I'm not actually seeing you, It's nice to see your avatar again. There you are.
Yeah, and I will say you sound so much better than when you first got
Yeah,
going.
yeah. It's everything's coming back slowly. I'm starting to get around. I kind of overdid it this morning a little bit. I decided to go to Walmart and grab some stuff, and while I was there, man, I just hit it with gusto. I was moving, and then about halfway back there, I realized my lungs still suck. And I was like, oh yeah, that's still a thing. And so I'm gasping, about to fall out. My daughter's like, Dad, you all right? I'm like, just a second. I'll be fine. I just forgot that my lungs still
okay.
suck.
Uh,
Yeah, so I still have to take it easy a little bit on things like that. I'm supposed to wear my oxygen when I go do those things. I have a little portable oxygen concentrator. And I just don't like to fuss with it. And so my
Yeah.
wife's like, do you like fussing with life? And I go, sometimes no. No, especially not after watching She-Hulk. You know, I realize that they're not going to get anything right. None of the things I loved as a teenager you know. Here's the deal. I woke up from my nap and I thought, when did everybody get so effing stupid? I mean, just in general. I turned on the TV. They start turning on the TV for me so I could watch TV. And daytime television. In one of my rooms, the TV was stuck on the daytime television talk show. It would, all day long, that's the only channel it would play. No
Oh,
other channel,
God.
right?
Ugh.
And so that channel sucked all day long. I
Yeah.
went from that, and then I got Dr. Phil in the afternoon.
Oh my God.
And then early evening, I had some soap operas, and then I got news, and then whatever crap was playing on TV that night. And I realized that.
Please change that.
It had been how long had you not watch TV? Because it had been like that for a long time.
Well, that's the thing, Tim. I don't typically watch TV.
Me neither. That's the thing is I
You know,
stopped watching a long time ago because
yeah.
of it. That's my point.
Well, I'm
yeah.
busy. Before that, I mean, I was trying to build an empire, you know? Before I got sick. My plan was to draw and live like it was my last year of existence.
Yep.
I said that at the beginning of 2021. Little did I know it was almost my last year of existence. So it was like kind of this. So I did a lot of work, but then I didn't get a lot done that I still wanted to accomplish. So, but I never watched TV. I streamed things occasionally, and then I'm stuck in this hospital bed. I can't talk, can't move, and the TV's stuck on this channel, and I can't even tell the nurses to shut the dang thing off. You know, I was like, shut it off or put something else on this thing. This is garbage. Finally, one day, someone came in, and they're like, you actually like this stuff? I shook my head, no. They said, you want to watch it? I said, no. I said, would you like me to turn it off? I went, oh. Finally, they clicked it off, and I was like, oh, God, sweet peace.
At least it's quiet now.
It was, just garbage television. And I'm like, this is what people fill themselves with. And it's just a reflection of the crap that is
But
in the
that's
world now.
that's why most people like us and other people used to just watch people on YouTube. But YouTube becoming the same freaking thing. They said it a long time ago. They want to turn everything that's internet into the
Yeah.
new cable.
Yeah.
So YouTube is the new cable. You're getting everybody with their streaming services. All the streaming services now have commercials, unless you pay the pro version.
Yeah.
So everything turned into cable.
Yeah, everything goes back to that.
Yeah.
Man, I even I used to watch YouTube stuff almost exclusively.
Mhm.
Pardon me.
That
One
was
of my
my
favorite
TV for a few
shows.
years.
Yeah, and it kind of is for me now too. Mostly fail videos. Pardon me. When I get talking, I sometimes cough. Hold on.
How dare you? Just coughing like that in the middle of an interview. Damn it.
I keep forgetting that my lungs still suck.
Yeah, you're gonna.
They're pretty jacked up. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty jacked up.
Yeah, from what
COVID
from what I heard, COVID reduces by at least like a third or half the capacity of your lungs,
I'm at 33%.
and you're gonna need to rework it like those people that had those not asthma, but like the one that's just a bit above asthma, where it's the second the bronchitis type of thing.
Yeah, like
How do you call
COPD
it?
or something like that.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
So you're gonna need to rework it. It's like exercise. It's
They the way they described it is I've got these bands of scarring around my lungs, so it's like
Mhm.
taking an airbag and then putting zip ties around it.
Yep.
And so it doesn't want to inflate. So I forget that my lungs still suck.
want a trick that somebody told me? Like I can't tell you by experience, but it's something I did a long time ago because of swimming, stuff like that. The same training that you do for building up your holding breath underwater in your tub. You know
Yeah,
that
you know
one.
what? I suck at that too.
But
I've always sucked to hold my breath.
that's how you can rebuild it. Like
Yeah,
you do
so
it slowly and slowly, like those
yeah,
push up. Like you can do one push up, eventually you'll do 25. Right?
yeah,
Same thing with that. Yeah.
yeah. So we're working
It's
on it.
it's somebody that went through the same thing that told me that's how you did it.
Yeah,
You went to do synchronized swimming.
yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll work on that. But yeah, I used to watch YouTube exclusively, and almost exclusively. It's almost my TV now. I really like the fail videos, but man, I was really into this guy that did the comics tropes guy.
Yep.
And then I started watching his stuff and his news. I was like, man, this guy, he just is like, he's got a hard on for DC and Marvel and mainstream stuff, and he kind of defends this crap, and he kind of got a little SJW
You went woke
in
like
some of this
that.
stuff. Yeah, he got woke.
I remember. I don't know about you. You say you've been watching him for a long time. So if you remember, he used to call out those stupid little things in the beginning.
He did, yeah, he did.
When it started, he used to express himself that it was stupid, that he didn't, But
Well,
then
like
after that,
everybody
he went
did right
woke.
before CG
But
started.
they are sponsored people.
Yeah,
You've been in streaming for a while. You know that eventually you get some messages that go, "Oh, would you like to get
yeah.
some?"
Would you like? Yeah.
Like,
And
yeah.
here's the thing: once you start putting money on it, right? You get a nerdette. You get a
Yep.
Tristan.
Yep.
That was just. I mean, come on, that's just garbage stuff. I'd never even heard of nerdette before.
Me
So
neither.
I mean, that's I'm like, like good for you that you got a sponsor. But here's the thing: if I say something sucks today, I'm probably going to say something sucks tomorrow, right? Unless that thing stops sucking, and then I'll change my mind on it. But quite honestly, even if someone wants to come pay me for something, look, I'm not really a fan of what are those things called? Talkies, right?
What's,
Oh yeah.
But I like some of them.
what's that?
The Takis, it's a chip.
Yeah.
Okay.
They roll it
Yeah.
up and it's hot, right?
Okay. Okay.
So, but let's say Takis come around and said, "Hey, Luke, we really would like you to talk about our product on your show." I'll be like, "All right, how much money?"
Mm-hmm.
And they'll tell me how much money, and then I would be on the air and I'd say, "You know what, Takis kind of sucks, but you should probably buy him because you might like him." Right? Because then they get mad at me because no, you're not supposed to say that we kind of suck. You're supposed to, well, you heard me before say that you kind of sucked. So, well, I mean, what's the, why? Come on, think about it. Like, so it's like if I don't like Punisher today, I'm not going to start liking Punisher tomorrow
Because Marvel's
because-
releasing a movie.
just because they're paying me, right?
Yeah.
Like, now, if because I don't really care about that stuff because sponsorships come and go. Now, I actually at one point, so I'm primarily a digital artist. I use a drawing tablet, and so I had purchased and was using an XP pen for a while, right? And I wanted to upgrade this thing, and I was talking about the XP pen, giving it a lot of great reviews. I got that 15.6 Pro, the artist edition, right? And so I was using that thing for a while, and I told him, say, hey, I'm thinking about upgrading. I said, I've got this many followers, I got this many people on YouTube, I get this many views, I get all that, kind of with the whole thing. I said, I know you're throwing out sponsorships. Why don't you sponsor me? Throw me a discount, and I'll buy your product, and I'll talk about it on the air, or on the tubes. And they go, okay, we'll give you a 30% discount. I went to their website. They're offering everybody a 30% discount. And I said, listen, I'm like, no, we're done. So you know what I did? Just out of spite, I bought a Ueon. And you know what? That Ueon has been better in every aspect.
I've been saying it for years. Since I've been here, I'm like,
Ueon, it's
Ueon-
not quite a Wacom, but it is damn close.
the freaking how do they call it again? The U1 past 2019, like the Canvas Pro past
Canvas
2019.
Pro, yeah.
Past 2019. Don't buy the one previous to 2019. 2019 and up.
Yep.
It's the same. It's almost the same freaking thing as
Like-
a freaking
Yeah,
As a
I got
Wacom.
I got the 20. I got the 2020 Canvas 20 is what I got.
I got
There
the
you go.
24.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got So
No, the 22.
it was on. I found it on eBay. I
Mhm.
went ahead and got it. It was in my price range. It was actually cheaper than the
Yeah.
discount that I was going to get for the 24.
Dude, I got
right?
it when it came out. It was $1,400 plus tax. So it came up to 1.6
Yeah. So yeah, I got mine for
Canadian.
200. Dude, I got mine for $200.
Yeah, but yeah.
I got it for $200 on eBay because it was a used item, but
Mhm.
I had everything there. It was in the brand new in the box. Well, not brand new, but in the box. I still have the box for it, but because I didn't know that I was going to keep it. But dude, I've loved this freaking tablet. Now, if XP Pen comes around and says, "Hey, Luke, we want to send you this tablet
You have
to
to
try
admit,
out,"
that texture they put on that glass, that
Perfect.
no other. Yeah, dude, it's like you have to buy one if you buy a Wacom. It comes with it. It's in the glass. The feel of it, it's like it feels
the
like
etched
paper.
glass, the
There's
etched
a
glass.
scratch
I'll
on
tell
it.
you.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Eventually, I want to get that 32 Wacom.
Mhm.
That one that like costs as much as somebody's house. Eventually, I want to get that.
Yeah, the
big,
5K one.
I
Yeah.
want to get that big freaking thing. It's
Yeah.
like, look at this. Like I'm drawing it like 300 times the size. I'm putting details in that nobody can see. But no. So eventually, I would like to get that right. But dude, I'm sticking with Ueon until the end. But let's say XP Pen comes along and says, "Hey, Luke, you want to do a sponsorship? We'll give you this. We'll give you this thing to use. You just got to give an honest review." I'm like, "Dude, you don't want my honest review." I'll be like, "Hey, it's pretty good, but it's not as good as the Ueon. Save your money, buy Ueon." There you go. And then the Natverse. Dude, did you send me that book already, Sim? Because I know I backed it.
It's painted.
That is gorgeous. Who painted that?
Preston. It's a
Oh,
sketch cover.
I got a Preston cover too.
It's a
for the
freaking
next
sketch
campaign.
cover. Yeah.
Dude. Oh, I should
It's
grab
so
it.
painted. When he sent me that, I went nuts. I wanted to sell it. Now I really don't know if I want to sell it.
I've got an original. I've got the original for the cover that he did for me. It's big. You got it. You got yours
Yeah.
too. Oh man.
The
original
original
of
of the rose cover. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's gorgeous.
And here's a little something for you guys, because we're working on the Doc Salem Blood Hunt. So I did a layout, and here's the cover.
Mm,
By
very
Preston,
cool.
Nice.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing some covers in pencil, and then scanning them and digital ink them, because I don't have a lot of originals to sell, and I've got this
Mhm.
process where I print off my pages and stamp them one of one with a signature, so that that serves as my original, and that works for more famous digital artists, but it's not working so well for me. I've probably made about $3,000 off of original art doing that, but I mean that's small potatoes for an artist, over the course of
Yeah, I have to
5
say,
years,
so
5 or 6
far,
years in comics.
the original selling original art has not been big enough for me to actually invest as much money in it in a way.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'll do one or
And somebody
two
once
covers.
asked me, goes, "Yeah, but you drew that page digital. If I want to buy it, ask me. I can redraw it.
Yeah.
And I can redraw the exact same thing."
Well, you're better than I am on that. I can't do that.
Years-
Maybe if I
years
print
of
out the other
experience.
page that I did, I don't know.
Years of experience, and I used to be a traditional artist before 2017 or something like that. So, pencils, it's my shit.
Yeah. So yeah, Preston did cover for me. That's going to be on the next campaign, which again is going to be in sign up soon, and then selling the original art on that one. I think I'm just going to overprice it so that I don't have to get rid of it.
Well, it's a win-win situation then.
Yeah. So then if someone buys it, well, I'll take your money. Thank you. I need it. God knows I need it. And if they don't, I get to keep the art. I'm like,
Well,
God
we
knows
all
I want it.
we all do, especially if you're doing that full time.
Yeah, this is it. This is my job now. Is
Mhm.
making comic books and drawing and it's funny, when people ask, well, "What do you?" I used to tell people I was a pastor, right? But I mean, that's not my vocation anymore. I'm a salty artist. That's it. That's my. I changed my moniker on my StreamYard here the other day, just because I got really salty in his stream the other night and told
Yeah.
someone. I invited someone in the chat to suck it. And
I thought it was an homage to Salty Cracker.
Yeah, so I was like, no, I'm just a salty artist, so I just changed it. So I just changed it, and I haven't put it back. So
They,
I mean,
they really
it's,
must
it
have
works.
got your dander up, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going there and telling them to suck it.
Yeah, I mean, they said something about I don't know why these comic guys will crowdfund their comic books. They need to invest their own money.
Oh, and by the way,
They
Luke,
need to pre-print their books. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, it's like, I said, here's the deal. I said, you need to shut up. You need to shut up until you've made a comic book. Clearly, you don't know what you're talking about, so suck it.
oh, and by the way, Luke, you asked for the Telson and Adverse book. You said you think you backed it. You should.
I think
Which
I did,
one?
yeah.
The first one or the second one?
Man, I don't know.
The
I-
first
I
one's
know
been
I-
out. The first one's been out for a long time. The one
I
going
think
out
I
now
did
is
it
second.
recently, but here's the truth.
Because if you back the first campaign, let me know because they're all out.
Right, here's the deal. So I slept. Obviously, I was gone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I got so many packages while I was out. I haven't opened hardly any of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I've been backing books when they gave me my phone back. When I was finally able to hold this thing and move my thumb around, right? I started, man, Amazon became my best. I was on this weird shopping spree. I don't know what's wrong with me. I would buy just little things. I wasn't a lot of money, just little things. But I was backing books like crazy, right? So like every book that came out, I was trying to jump on. And so while I was still in the hospital, I was getting even more packages. And every book that I've backed since, I haven't opened any of them, guys. See this stack of boxes behind me? Those are all books that I've ordered. Those are all your guys' books. Those aren't my
Hey,
books.
Lord.
Those are your guys' books, right? So I'm going to open them, but my plan is I'm just going to set my camera up and I'm just going to go through and open them, do a review on the packaging and the product quality, not the art or story, just the simple things that happens when you get a book delivered to you. Do that. That way I've got a lot of content to post because, friggin' YouTubers, we got to have that dang content. So do all that, and then, I think, yeah. So I think that's what I'll do. So if I backed it, it's probably in that pile. But I'm pretty sure I backed it. That's
I
why
know
it's
all
all
about comic book power.
But it should be in that pile. If you back on the second
I think
campaign,
I
it
backed
doesn't.
on
If it's Telson and Adverse, if it's Telson and Adverse 2 you back, it's not out yet. But if it's
Oh, okay.
Telson and Adverse 1 or the second chance
I
campaign,
think
they're
I
all
backed.
out.
I think I backed 2 with the catch up tier.
Okay, so
I think I did
that's
2
not
with the
out
catch
yet.
up. Okay. Yeah, I see. Yeah, Dave's right. I'm scrappy lately. I am scrappy these days. I don't know what it is. I woke up and I'm a little more, a little fighting with things. I just don't know. It is what it is. My wife
Yeah,
says
but
you've gotten
dude,
a little meaner. I'm like, I know.
It's also what happens when you fly by your own wings, dude. I'm sorry.
Pale
You're-
Rider. Yes, I do know the lore. I know the lore. That dirty red dress.
All right, I'm way behind on chat. Let me get.
You are way behind. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. We have Luke. Did you run any freaking videos yet of a campaign? It does have hybrid.
I do. I got a lot going. Would you want me to share my screen?
Well, gosh dang it, Tim! I'm trying.
I don't know. Chris is supposed to be on this job and he's not doing
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
I don't know.
We've been bantering long enough for him to have pulled everything up and be ready.
I know.
Well,
right?
yeah, I got.
We've
not
been
had to
buying
say-
him time, but he's
he's
so
not had to
busy
say
shopping.
He's not had to say a dang word.
He's probably
And
shopping.
yes, the giant stormtrooper behind me.
Yeah, it's right here.
I did not buy the stormtrooper while I was sick. I did not. That was not a. That was a Christmas gift.
Come back
2
on
years ago.
sometime. Hope to have the in demand for book 1 closed and the Amazon edition up for sale soon. Oh, and Ace is all physical books as well. Yeah, good job, Fisk.
Good job,
All
buddy.
his books.
I heard myself say that. Good job, buddy. It sounded demeaning or like patronizing, but it was not, dude. I
Good job,
promise.
pal.
I really mean it.
Give it up, little
Like
buddy.
my default tone now is sarcastic as well. It's so my dry sense of humor it sounds worse than it ever does.
He says he can't wait for his copy of Hybrids.
Yeah, that
Uh,
is on. It's
Parts 1 through 3 to arrive.
everything should be mailed out by next weekend. That is the plan. So the printer was a little slow getting things to me. By a little slow, I mean about a month. So it was a little behind because they ran into some issues. And so, but we got all the books. They look beautiful. Um, Everything is ready to go. We are literally this week have been packaging things up, and so everything is it's packaged, getting packaged. In fact, today, the kids, well, I have a fun Friday planned for them. It's like, hey kids, it's time to hang out, and they're just gonna be packaged in boxes today. Is what they're gonna do. Yeah, and I'm gonna be like whip, waka, hitting the whip. I'll be getting them like, come on now, yeah. So we're just that's what we're doing this afternoon, is we're just gonna be
Happy-go-lucky fun time.
yeah. So you should be getting your package very soon, Chris. Very soon, yes. And it's all the stuff looks great, man. I mean, all the product. I didn't order extra. I should have ordered extra for me, but I didn't. And I'm a little ticked off because I'm like, that's so awesome.
And we got Fifth saying, we sure have a lot of awesome Christians in CG. Don Chin had the actor turned pastor Jay Underwood on, and the dude sent him an autographed pic from Fantastic Four.
That is awesome.
Wow.
That is awesome. You know what? There are a lot of awesome Christians in CG. I've been CG adjacent for a long time, okay? And I did not declare. I did not declare for a while because of kind of the drama with War Campaign and all that. I mean, people making dildo pictures, and they seem to be attacking Christians too, people of faith. And I just didn't want to mess around with that. That's not my vibe,
Right.
But I worked with a lot of CG people that were kind of at our level, a little higher, a little lower, that just wanted to make good comics and make a business out of this thing, make a living with it. And so after they kind of settled that whole War Campaign thing, and they told him, to kick rocks, I went ahead and I declared. But I have met some amazing little Presties, Aaron and Shelley. They are absolutely fantastic people. Graham Nolan, a fantastic human being. Don Chen, I'll tell you, he's on the top of my list of great people. These are people that pitched in when I was sick and sent my wife. My wife didn't know these people. She still doesn't she doesn't realize that some of these people are kind of big shots, like that they're kind of important. She still didn't realize that, but she like Don Chen sold art and sent my wife a check. Like that was
really nice of him to do.
Yeah, like
He's a great guy.
yeah, just great people. And in general, Comicsgate rallied around to support me and my family. It was more than just a book. It was more than just, I'm not just a guy that creates stuff. I felt like a person, like I was part of a community. And it made me come back with that, the desire to support and kind of champion the good folks in Comicsgate even more. Now, yeah, we've got our D-bags.
Everybody does.
Everybody does.
But it's every group does. Like I keep saying it, left, right. There's always extreme on both sides.
You've always got somebody that's going to be out of line, just because they just don't know any better.
Well, you always have that. You always have that edgy guy that's always trying to have that edgy joke.
Right? Yeah, and or they're trying to get attention through saying extreme things because they know that gets. Man, we live in a world where clicks and impressions is what matters, right? And we're trying to get views and engagement, and we know the negative stuff always drags more of that along. But
one
the
of the
problem
main
is, go ahead.
I was going to say one of the main things you learn in storytelling. It's one of the things that you've seen in movies. It's like it's when you realize that there's always groups of people. So you can have your own group of friends. You could be 6 friends, and you'll see another group of friends of 6, and they'll be similar. People getting together, like the differences, the type of attitude. You'll have that guy that's the sport guy. You'll have that guy that's the geek guy.
Right.
The guy that's not comfortable talking to girls. The guy that's overly comfortable talking to girls.
Yeah.
It's like it's why we always play with stereotypes, because stereotypes actually exist in a way. It's just a reference.
I would prefer a Michael Scott over an Alex Jones any day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they both say offensive things, but one's saying it just because they're dumb. They don't understand. They don't get that stuff. The other one's saying it because, well, they're dumb, but they're also mean. So, but the problem I think that we run into. Sorry about my dog. water delivery guy's here, and she's got to go tell him that he's not welcome. So, so the problem is yeah, she's definitely mad at him
It's like,
today.
hey,
Let
you,
them know.
F you.
We get so used to talking to people through the protection of a screen, right? That we forget that real life is not the same.
Yeah.
We can troll on somebody's social media page or whatever, and when they say something that we don't like, so we're eavesdropping. What that is, it's the equivalency of eavesdropping, right? You eavesdrop on somebody's social media page, and then when you don't like something they say, you come in to troll them, to tell them how they're wrong, or they're stupid, or they're bigots, or they shouldn't have the faith they have, or they shouldn't believe the things they do, or they shouldn't act the way they are, or they're just somehow bad because they happen to fall into certain categories to make them evil, right? And you say that, and you can do that because you're protected. No one's going to punch you in the mouth because they can't punch you in the mouth, right? We've got a whole generation of people, especially through the lockdown, that got used to doing that. Now you've got people, and I know a story of a comic creator that did this. I really apologize for the dog. I do. But,
Oh,
you
good,
know,
it happened.
she's my baby. What can she do? She don't know any better. But we've got a whole society of people that have gotten used to doing this, right? Now there's a guy who's a creator in the comics community. He's sitting at a restaurant, and he hears someone in the booth next to him. There's a divider wall. Here's somebody in the booth next to him, saying some stuff he doesn't like. They're exercising their First Amendment right to say things to their friend that they believe and they feel, right? Nobody's business but theirs. Yeah, it's in a public arena, but he's not addressing the public. He's addressing his friend in a private conversation. This dude's eavesdropping, just like trolling someone's page, like, creeping on someone's page. He doesn't like what he says. He doesn't like what he's wearing. I guess he's wearing a Let's Go Brandon shirt, right? Now, I didn't know what Let's Go Brandon meant when I woke up. People kept saying it, and I had to look it up, which is hilarious, by the way. And so this guy proceeds to stick his nose over the divider and tell him what he thinks. See, he thinks that divider is the computer screen. Dude, that's not how it works. You can't just insult someone to their face in public. He winds up getting tuffled. It doesn't go his way. And then he plays victim about it. And I'm like, look, this is the problem we've got. People are using their medium to bash on people. They're using their mediums to try to say, create some social narrative. And when people get sick of it and they say their opinion, they just do whatever they want on the internet. But now you've got people that try to do this in real life. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. You can't do this in real life, And it goes on both sides. You got people,
they also use of doing that behind your back. So
right, yeah.
And the phone thing, I kind of think it's funny because now they think they can do it in your face. So I think it's a double side thing in a way.
Yeah.
They feel cocky enough that they can do whatever they want.
Well, I grew up in a generation when you got punched in the face.
Mm-hmm.
If you said something to somebody they didn't like, you got decked. Dude. And I'll tell you what, you know how many times I got decked? Too many times. But I learned quick. I learned real fast. Like, if you're gonna say something somebody don't like, make sure you're couple arms. Make sure they can't get to you fast.
If you're willing to open your mouth, be ready to get punched.
Right, yeah.
It's like scaring somebody. You jump scare your best friend. Don't get mad if you get slapped in the fucking face. It's part of the goddamn joke.
Yeah, but
you're like, fair enough. Scare the fuck out of you.
I will say this. So when I got sick, nobody that was a neutral, I guess is the best way to put it, or an SJW. Nobody said anything except for one person, and they actually tried to exploit my sickness to sell a book. Hey, wow. Luke's sick right now. Oh, by the way, he was the artist on my book. Here's a link. I mean,
wow.
Yeah, that was kind of a jerk thing to do,
Yeah.
you know, and it made it very it made it very. I was like, okay, so I, yep,
What's
Oh
up,
yeah.
Hicks?
done.
All
What's
the-
up, Ollie?
Let's
I've
see.
just been monopolizing the conversation. Oh, what are we supposed to be talking about, Chris?
Brought you peanuts.
We're supposed to be talking about my book. I've been talking about everything else.
It's all good. We've got time. So we got Marinus. Hail, hail.
What's up?
I'm gonna try to get through these chats real quick.
Yeah.
Just to see if important chats. Let's see. Go woke can't take a joke.
That's right. Go woke and take a joke. Man, I'll tell you what. It'd be so nice.
One of the best answer to give them
Where's
is,
my Ray?
hey,
Shut up.
hey guy, if you can take a dick, you can take a joke. Dude, I've answered that during SJW. You should have seen their face. Dude, shut up. If you can take a
Oh,
dick, you can
gosh.
take a joke.
Oh my gosh. Oh Lord, help me. Oh, dude, you just about killed me. Oh my Lord.
Well, I'm
Oh my
sorry.
word. That's too funny. Man, we just got to be better to each other. We
Yeah.
got to try to be better to each other if we can.
Well, you know,
What's up?
it's somebody
Frank.
told me
Frank.
something a long time ago. You know, don't get mad, get even. So just joke at them, make fun of them.
Yeah, I just like to have fun, man. I just want to have a good time making comic books and just kind of chilling out and enjoying myself. And everyone wants to make a big deal. Everyone wants to fight somebody. Here's the thing. I was watching what's the name of that stupid show? Wait, even Wimp Scent looks manly when Preston draws. That's pretty. Yeah,
There you
It's
go,
o-
Sam.
It's okay. I did the layout.
Preston can make anything awesome.
Luke is scrappy lately, says Mr. Brady.
Yeah, I am scrappy lately.
Odin is like, you can take a dick, you can take a joke. Sim 2022.
Yeah. So I was watching this Cobra Kai because I didn't. I'm trying to catch up on it. Right. It is one show I actually do kind of like, and I'm at that part where Silver and Reese or Gleese or whatever his name is, John, there are kind of co-senseiing, and you could tell that John's like he gets all upset because, and he's looking at his friend now as like he's a potential threat, and I told my wife, so I said, look, to people that live violently, whether it be like actual violence or social violence through, that are always at war with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
everybody is a threat. Everybody becomes an enemy because they never have an ally. Even their allies can become enemies. And I'm like, that's just no way to live, But you see this right now going on in social media, in the media, period, where everybody's an enemy. Trump's an enemy. Well, if Trump's not in there anymore, now it has to be anybody that voted for Trump, or anybody that aligns with those kind of thoughts,
There has to always be a bad guy.
There's always a bad guy. There's always a
The thing
boogeyman.
is, if you look at them, if they don't have somebody to divert your attention from them, you realize how shitty and disgusting they are. So they need to have somebody to look how bad they are, so it makes them look better. It's the entire
Right,
fucking thing.
Yeah, that's what it is. And,
It's like, why do you think that most of the freaking like monsters? Because I'm not going to start into the details, but those monsters come from their side.
Hey, Ice Cream, what's up? Yeah, so
Wife beaters, pedos, and shit like that. And always end up those that are
Yeah.
like calling other people monsters. Like, you're a monster. Like, the guy that wants to eat you up will rarely
Yeah.
come, hey, I'm the
It's
monster.
called-
I'm going to fucking devour you. They're going to go,
Yeah.
look at that monster over there. He's coming to hurt you. While you're looking over there, he's going to eat your ass.
yeah, it's called projection. Is
Yeah.
what it is. They're projecting who they are.
Projection
other
on
people.
mirrors. And
Yeah, and that's my problem with, I hear everybody, really doubling down lately on Comicsgate. But man, I'm seeing productivity come from Comicsgate. I'm seeing people make books. I'm seeing people get along. I'm seeing people, forming partnerships and alliances, if you will. You know, I see a lot of good things. I see people that rallied around, a sick person and his family when they were, when they were really at the lowest time in their life. That's what I see. I don't see.
Yeah, well, let's just be frank. Like nothing's perfect. There's other sides too, but yeah, that side is there, and it's a bit more predominant. It's just that people like to highlight the bad stuff.
Yeah, I feel like if you're always highlighting the bad stuff, you're just. And I'm going to say that even about some CG folks. Like if all you're doing is highlighting how everybody else sucks, you must be, you must have too much time on your hands. Because I don't even have time to look and see how much everybody else sucks. I'm too busy making my own stuff. Like this book that is up here on the screen right now.
That's right.
I've only got 15 backers. I have a very, here's the thing, because I'm building a crowdfunding platform from my own website. I'm not going to get the accidental traffic that I would get from Kickstarter or Indiegogo. So I did a second chance Kickstarter, and I wound up getting like 15 or 16 backers on that, but I didn't even promote it. Like I did nothing hardly to promote that outside of sending a link out to my mailing list, which primarily backed Indiegogo. But I was still promoting the Indiegogo in demand, so I was still selling those while having the Kickstarter. And so Kickstarter got like 15 or 16 backers without any work at all.
Yeah.
I've got 15 backers here, and it's taken me a lot of work because it doesn't have the normal traffic that just
Right.
drops in, So I set my goal low, knowing that I only need so much to be able to pay for the print run.
Mm-hmm.
The cool thing is on this, I've got it set up to where it only counts the money raised for the print run. It doesn't include the shipping cost. So when they say, let's say you back this, and it's $25 for the book, plus you get like 2 or 3 free prints that only are to the first 25 people. I'm not making any more, only doing 25 of them. So you get those, and it's $10 shipping, so it's $35. You will spend $35, but it will only clock $25 on the tracking, because it's $25 was for the print run, right? The $10 was for shipping. And now I have fees. The reason why shipping is $10 is because there's transaction fees. So I wind up getting in about $37 and some change, which gives me the money for the book and money for the extras and the cost of the shipping materials and the shipping itself for the book. So it's like I'm able to lower my total cost because, last year we were doing 140 pages for $25 with $10 shipping. Well, this year paper's gone up and shipping's gone up.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can't really keep the same prices as last year because of the increase. But I'm able to keep the same prices as last year or 2 years ago when I did this originally, because I'm doing it from my own platform and I'm not having to pay everybody else. It's just me and then the transaction fees through the credit card company. So that's what's going on there. So that's why it's so low, but it's also a very extended lot. But I'm trying to get people to get on board with this, and hopefully this platform will be one that not just me, but other people in my circle can use as well.
So you're using
Because it's-
Shopify, or is that
No.
a what?
No, this is a bit of code that I've rented from a group called Thrinacia. And so I have they set me up a server, and it's cool. Anybody can sign up for this now. But it's not user friendly. You have to go in and adjust a lot of things. There's certain code things, because I can plug this directly into my website, which it is plugged into my website, but some browsers don't show it. Some browsers do. So I actually put a link to the Thrinacia site that I have, the hosting site, in case it doesn't show. That way you can actually still get to the campaign. On mobile it pops up right away, but I'm having trouble with Macs and some browsers. Some browsers work, some browsers do not, because of the CSS. The CSS and the widget code are battling each other on some browsers, not all of them. And but it's too complicated for me to figure out, and so I just put the I put the link there so people can grab it. I just, you know,
Okay. I'm gonna play the trailer.
sure.
About time.
I know Soul's dying to hear it or see it.
Play the trailer.
Let's see. How do I full screen it? Like, go like this.
Welcome to Hybrids, the Sons of Gods. The epic remaster of the original Trash Day arc is now being collected in a standard trade paperback.
You
With more
mute yourself.
stories,
Echo.
more art, and behind-the-scenes information. This book is the way creator Luke Stone intended the story to be
Thank you.
told. This special Arrow Comics Remastered edition is full of energy and excitement. Critically acclaimed and one of independent comics' favourite teen books, you are sure to find yourself lost in this expansive universe. So, secure a copy today in this crowd-funded group buy. Once the funds are collected, the books will be sent off to print and delivered post-haste. Luke and the Arrow Comics team have a perfect record of fulfillment. You can pledge with confidence.
Everybody asked about my voiceover actress.
All right. Yeah, it sounds almost like it could be like an AI sort
It
of.
is an AI.
Yeah.
It is an AI. It's pretty convincing. Pretty convincing. So some people don't hear the AI.
Sounds like
laugh.
Charlie's London.
Yeah, she sounds great.
Apparently, you're not the only one who said, yeah. Charlie's London.
Yeah, yeah, she sounds great. But no, she's fake. She's not real.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos that use like the AI voices.
Yeah,
Like, wait a minute, that sounds like that sounds like those YouTube videos.
yeah. It's a program that is designed for game developers to do voices for their video games. So I use it to do voiceovers and do things for my, because I had to figure out something because my voice it was really jacked up. It sounds a lot better now.
Even Hex is saying it. Charlie's London? Yeah, I know, right? Something like her.
Yeah, so I mean, my voice was really, so I needed to find better voiceover stuff, opportunities, and asking people all the time to, break their busy schedule was tough. But as I can actually hear it now as I write the script. So as I'm writing the script for the voiceover, I can just test the voice and make sure that I like the way it sounds and stuff. So Agatha is the one that got she got the job on this one.
Oh, yeah. Look. Poor Sugar is like a third wheel on this bromance.
Well, which I honestly, I'm trying to give you a break because I know are the hiccups better yet?
It seems like the hiccups have traveled down into my stomach. 'Cause now it's like,
man. So it's like,
making all
yeah,
weird noises.
that's the worst.
Oh well. Fully remaster of 140 pages.
Yes, 140 pages. It's at least 140. It might be more. Once I add a few more pinups and stuff, I've got some art that I want to share and some a little more commentary that I want to put in there.
Yeah.
And I've got a really nice thank you to all of the supporters that I'm working on. That's going to make it in there. And so.
And if you're gonna back folks, you should back through this website, so Indiegogo doesn't get the cut.
Yeah, Indiegogo won't get any cut here. The first 25 backers, so the 10 more people jump on, and they will get the free prints. I posted it on Twitter. Let me see if I can. I'll pull up the.
That way, all the money goes to the people who it's intended
Yes.
to.
Yes, all of the money goes to me actually, and then to the printer. I'll try to pull up one of the prints right now because I
Odin
do
with
have.
us. Hello, Odin.
What's up, man?
Soul's telling you to stop half listening, Sim. We already had that one.
Look who's talking.
Yep.
Saying hi to the person we said hi like half an hour ago.
I didn't. Soul said that to you, not me.
I know.
See, I know about scheduling Odin on. I know. I'll get him on, Soul.
Here, I'll
Soul's a
show you
trash
one of the.
man.
So here's one of the prints that we are working on. That's going to be sent out. 25. We're making 25 of these things. This will probably make it into the book or a book somewhere. I just don't know that I'm going to wind up using it for any. Like, I'm not going to do it in print form anymore. So this is a special print that we did that I just finished. I've got it colored. That's going to go. So the first 25 people will get one of these. And then Luke Connery, Sean Luke, is going to be doing. He's doing a couple of pieces for me, and we're going to put those. We're going to give those prints. So you'll have 2 or 3 prints there. In this, I rarely do sexy poses for my girls. This is my style. But I wanted to do something kind of soft, sweet, innocent, with some sexy in it. So I did this, which is kind of basically, Chlorine after kicking her boots off, taking her jacket off. She's in the tights and sports bra. She's ready to kind of chill out a little bit, and there's something I thought was kind of attractive about it. And then the green gas obviously is her chlorine gas, which is extremely deadly. So it's almost like you want to go say hi, but if you do, you're going to die. And so I just thought there was something kind of a cool juxtaposition about it. But so yeah, that's one of the prints that we're doing.
Is it worth the risk?
Ask Trash Man. I think he might say yes.
But yeah, it's nice to keep it classy there with the
Yeah. I don't want to do like those, cheesecake pinups and all that kind of crap, But I want to do something kind of sweet and sexy, just
What's up? What's up, Mike and Coleman? So Coleman just joined the chat, so it's time to close the stream.
Nope.
Oh man.
Hey, it's at an hour, so yeah.
No, usually he always walks in at the end of the show.
Yeah, Vengeance Productions. Vengeance is here.
Yes, Soul, it is. Yes, Soul, it is a rather tame sexy, but I think that's probably about as wild as you'll get me to do. I have thought about doing just a full pinup book of the characters, and different stuff, and like maybe even one of these days, maybe I'll contribute some of my characters to the swimsuit, kind of summer thing. But I guess, yeah.
Oh, Mike Murphy's with us. He says book looks great, Luke.
Thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate it.
Oh, good to see you around, Mike.
It is.
Yeah, get Trash
Another
Man
busy
directly
guy.
from the creator. That's right.
Yes. Yeah. If you get it directly from me, we're all saving money, and you're going to get extra stuff because I've got extra money to throw around. My original plan was let's raise $500. 25 people will get us the money that we need, and I had set out. I said if we decide, if we get more excitement about it, and we get more backers, then we may consider doing a hardcover. Because a hardcover is a little more expensive than the paperback. But for the initial print run, I would have to raise, a certain amount of money. Obviously, the cost goes down the more you order and all that kind of stuff. But needless to say, we have not reached that level of funding yet. So we are still just about 2 or 3 backers away from being able to get the print done. But here's a cool thing. So the campaign ends in 30 days or 20 some days or whatever. But as soon as there's 2 things that have to happen to get this thing to print. I have to make the $500,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to have the print files ready. Well, the print files are almost ready, so I need the $500. Now I've almost got all the $500 because with this, the money is stored in my account. So it's not like going to Indiegogo or Kickstarter. That money's in their account and then they release it to you after they take their money out. This money goes directly to my account. So it's in a bank account waiting to be used. So as soon as those 2 things happen, the print run goes off. Like, files get sent to the printer, they do the proof, and then they send me books, which means that I start sending out packages right away. So as soon as I get the books, I start sending them out. So you're not waiting till the end of the campaign. Just I'm giving the campaign period so that whoever can jump in on the first 25 does. That way I know if I need to order more than 50 or 100 books, you know. That way I've got stuff for the stock. As soon as this is done, this book is then going on my website for sale, and it will not be available on any of the crowdfunding sites. It'll just be available on my website, probably through CG Now. I'll probably put it up there, and then the shows that I go to will be available. But
Yeah, that is another nice bonus because you don't have to wait for Indiegogo to release your funds and have all those issues. And
see you, Odin.
oh, okay, yeah, Odin's heading out.
Odin's got to go to
Later,
work.
Odin.
Yeah, later, Odin. Let's see. Paris says he's going to behave and not make a fart joke.
All right, yeah.
Oh, come on now, Paris.
Somebody already did. And I'm like, well, you know, you can. Yeah, I like fart jokes too. She wouldn't care for the fart joke.
Cheesecake pinups, where?
No, I
Where?
don't
Well,
have
that's
it. Sorry,
that's-
Johnny, I don't.
that's on your
I actually-
Twitter,
I
Johnny.
actually need to hire Johnny to do a pinup for me, because I know he could probably do a real sexy one.
Yeah, he knows all about those cheesecake pinups.
Yeah, I don't want a cheesecake pinup. I think cheesecake. Okay, I'm gonna have an unpopular opinion. I think cheesecake pinups are stupid.
Ooh, a little spicy. A little spicy.
Yeah, and I don't care. Who knows it? I think that they're stupid. I don't like the cheesecake art. I think it looks like what we used to draw in high school before we learned how to draw.
Hmm.
You know, it's like I can't believe people are putting that on their books. You know, I just don't get it. These kids these days,
Yeah, and they look at you going, I don't get why he doesn't.
I don't get it. Yeah.
Let's see.
Hail
So
Shadowhawk.
he did ask Trash Man. Luke is trying to keep his secret identity hidden, even though it's so obvious. Let's see. Let me see. Catch up to everybody. Oh, Shadow. Hello.
What's up?
Fist says he loves cheesecake, especially with cherries and served cold.
Now that's how I like cheesecake. I don't like cheesecake. The whatever they call it, cheesecakes. I don't know. It's so goofy looking. I don't even think it's sexy. It's like it doesn't do it for me.
All right, let me see. I'm bringing the
Not my
campaign
style,
back up.
gosh.
So, all right, wait, how much is it for a book? 25? Yeah.
25, yeah, 25 for 140 at
That's-
least. I mean, it might, you know, in the next day or two, it may grow beyond 140. And I
Pretty
agree
good.
with Soul. If you disagree with Luke on cheesecake,
I mean, yeah, that's a pretty good.
there's not they don't have cheesecake art in that. Like that's good art. That's nice art. I didn't see anybody do a cheesecake pinup in there.
And what?
You know, I mean, maybe we don't know maybe we're not agreeing on what cheesecake means.
Yeah, it seems like you have a different definition to them on what cheesecake is.
Yeah, okay, here, I'll pull something up. I'll pull up some cheesecake
All
art.
right. Look at that.
Oh, I can't do it on that one. Here, I'll do it on this one over here. All right, so yeah, so
Oh, jeez. Evil. Let's see. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
so
But yeah, God damn, I'm tired. So who is
all right,
Trash?
here, let me share this with you. I'm gonna stop sharing, and I'm gonna share this. This is cheesecake, okay? This is what I'm when I talk about cheesecake. This is what I'm talking about. There you go. Check that out. That's cheesecake. It's garbage. And I'm sorry, Steph. This is the guy. You're just the one I pulled up. This is apparently his work. I don't care for this. I don't think it's
What's
sexy.
the problem? What's the problem?
You like it?
What? No, me. I don't like it for my own reason. Like
I don't care. I don't care for it. So I don't want to do this for my characters.
But
I just don't like it.
What are you talking about?
Well, is it the
The
exact
big tits,
proportion?
the art style, the giant tits.
It's the art
fact
style.
the fact that it's sexy, that she's raising her skirt, that
No, I
she's
don't-
naked.
I don't have a
Like,
problem.
what is it?
I don't have a problem with the sexy. I don't have a problem with that. It's the art style that bothers me.
Okay, that's
It's
fair
the
enough.
like it looks. It looks.
But then the art style is not the cheesecake. The cheesecake is the fact that it's sexy and she's almost naked. That's what they mean by cheesecake. It's
Oh,
very
okay. Okay.
cheesecake. That's what it means usually, is that she's half naked.
Okay.
It's very sexist, subjective.
Okay.
You know, like
Yeah,
like,
well-
like it was like, you know, like Playboy, but with clothes
Yeah,
on,
okay.
or half, you know,
Well, yeah.
lingerie.
I don't really care to do that with my characters either.
lingerie would be like cheesecake as well. Just a picture of somebody in lingerie, cheesecake.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, that's a very, very broad. I always, whenever I've looked up cheesecake, always that art style pops up, and I just don't care for it.
So it says, Luke, I didn't know the term cheesecake was related to the quality. To me, it's just art that is showing
Yeah.
something sexy for the fun of it, generally.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I am corrected then.
So I'll have to
I
say
still,
that was very
I
exaggerated.
still don't like it.
And so it says, Luke, no, that is indeed trashy. Cheesecake wouldn't be the 26th word I'd think of looking at this.
Yeah.
I know it says bad cartoon sexy.
Yeah, that's bad cartoon sexy.
But
I like old style like pinups. You know, like what they would paint on a
like a World War II
like
plane.
a World II plane
Yeah.
or something, or a Jeep. That's what I like. I like that, you know, that kind of classy, but sexy, you know, kind of look. I
Mhm.
like that. You know, I would do that with my characters, but
Yeah,
I
that's
would,
the-
yeah.
That's
I
the type
wouldn't
of
do.
cheesecake I would prefer. Yeah, like
Yeah,
something like the World War II bomber
yeah.
plane art.
See, I never heard that called cheesecake. The only time I ever heard the term cheesecake was when that art was attached to it.
Hmm.
They call it.
Yeah, usually cheesecake means a sexy girl, and
Okay.
beefcake means a sexy guy.
Okay, well, if that's what it means,
You know, like Burt
I'm not
Reynolds. Remember that famous
so
Burt
opposed.
Reynolds picture in front of the fireplace, lying down on the freaking bear
Yeah.
fur. That's
Is that a beefcake?
that's beefcake.
okay, all right, yeah, like Stan Lee.
Yeah, but that's what
comic
it
in
means.
front of his junk.
It means sexy and something that could be considered part of Playboy. That's beefcake
Okay.
cheesecake, like very
Okay,
fucking
all right.
sexy.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't have a big problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. I have
Yeah.
a problem with that art style.
Art style,
It just-
yeah, that I do. Agree.
It bugs me. It just bugs me. It's just every time I see it, it's like low quality. It's like the only thing that sells it is that it's got nipples in it. You know.
It sounds like Sim with his shirt off his beefcake, and he's not even badly drawn. was
Coleman's
good.
at the mailbox
Yeah.
again.
Nope.
Coleman's
So,
heading
yeah.
to the mailbox.
I can't wait to get my Cyberforce. Like, it's supposed to be on his way. I backed the Cyberforce thing on Kickstarter a while back.
So the good news is I learned some stuff today. So the day's not wasted.
Yeah, you should learn something new every day. That's the goal in life.
Yeah. I also
Constructive,
I learned how to break a laptop this morning.
Well, that's something you didn't have to learn.
Now you just got to figure out how to put it back together.
Well, I'm gonna let the experts do that, and hopefully it doesn't cost me. Hopefully my mistake doesn't cost me too much. So,
Let's see. Coleman says he's writing for a NECA 1/4 1990 TMNT foot soldier. I think he means waiting. Yeah. Okay. Gotta get them TMNT figures. I had a bunch
Yeah.
of those growing up.
man, I had all of them, the originals. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was my jam, dude. I remember because all I knew was the cartoon, and then the movie and the toys. That's all I knew. I didn't know about the comic book. until I became a teenager
Yeah.
and got the toys, and started getting the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the comic book store and there's like, and I saw it, and then I realized that the comics were not written for me. That they were not soft green round characters that didn't cuss
Yeah.
and didn't kill.
Yeah.
I realized that
Quite
they were
different.
they were a lot more hardcore than I realized, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I was like, now that's awesome. Stab him with the sword. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, the characters that have a sword and don't kill people. It's like Wolverine having claws and not slicing people.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? It's like, just put corks on the end of those things, man. It'll be fine.
Well, give him spoons instead.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me.
When I went to the con the other day, they had I used to have a ton of old figures. They had Inhumanoids, and I had
Wow.
I think all of those. I didn't know what they were. I just remember thinking like, man, this tree guy looks really cool, and I'd play with them and stuff. And they had them at the con. They weren't in a box or nothing. They were just sitting there in a display case. And they wanted like $90 for each one. For one of them, I was like, "Holy cow!"
Let me go raid my toy box.
Yeah, like
And
dang, I
then,
need to
yeah.
go put on a gas mask and go back into the old house, punch the raccoon, and get some of these old toys.
Yeah.
Like, dang on. Like, I figured, like, well, for that kind of price, they must be like, still in their box and stuff. No, they were just sitting there. Like, wow, that's crazy. But apparently, figures, I guess, are big sellers. Huh.
I guess they are. I'm getting ready to go back into the con circle. My first convention is in September.
Oh, really? Where are you going to be?
I'm going to be at Ancient City Con in September. And then I'm going to be in, let me see, where else am I going to be? So yeah, so this coming Saturday, the 27th, I'm going to be at the Collective. It's a comic and game store in Orlando, doing a signing. I was a part of a anthology. It's I don't know if you could really call it an anthology, but it's Cthulhu Invades Wonderland. A bunch of indies did stories on that premise, and so I actually did the art for one of them, for one of the 5-page stories. So I'll be there signing as one of the artists. So I'll do that this week, and then in September I will be doing, let me see, I think it's the, it's the 16th and 17th. I'll be at Ancient City Con. And then I've got something in November. I'll be in Indianapolis. On, what date is that? I'll be at Fanboy Expo in Indy on the 11th and 12th of November. And then I have something set up for January. So I think I'll be in Fort Lauderdale in January. So that's what I got going so far. It's pretty fun. But
it sounds like you're already getting quite a few lined up there.
Yeah. I figure if I can go and do some sketch covers and sell some books, probably wouldn't hurt too bad. Be able to do that.
Yeah, I think there's a con coming up in about 8 days down in Morgantown. I might consider going for, a day or two. Like maybe on my day off running down there, because that's a couple hours away. I could maybe run down on my day off and be back before I have to go back to work. I had never heard of it, so I might have to look into it. Let's see. Power says, note to self, make the cheesiest cheesy cake fan art, he says.
Yeah, that might be fun. Cheesy cake. But yeah, that's my I guess my aversion to cheesecake is I've only seen it done poorly. I guess I've
Well,
just always called the other stuff pinup art. Like
I'd be careful with Pale Rider. He'll probably make it that kind of art too, just to get at you.
Well, you know what? I appreciate any fan art. Anytime someone draws one of my characters, it just makes me happy. You know, I'm going to feature. I'm going to do an art book where it's just pinups and stuff I've commissioned and stuff other people have drawn, and just try to put it all in a book. There's one piece that I really really like, and someone sent it to me, but it was pre-nap, and I cannot remember who sent me the piece, who did the fan art. For the life of me, I cannot remember who did it. And I've put out feelers like, hey, do you know who did this? And no one's responded, so I don't know what to say. I really am trying to find the artist for that.
Let's see. All right. Okay, so how many days we got left to get it? Reach it? Let's see.
Oh, we got 20 some days on this one.
Oh, it says 33 on here.
Oh, 33. Okay, 33 days then. I'm sure
Yeah,
it's
no.
right. I guarantee it's right, and I'm not.
You hit.
So
You're up to 89%. I think you'll get
89,
funded.
yeah.
No
I think I
problem.
will, but it's getting the word out. Getting
And you're asking for what?
find
500?
the link. 500, yeah, that's all I need to be able to send off to do the print run. With 500, we're gonna probably start off by printing 75, probably 100 maybe, if I'm lucky. I'm putting money to it, so I need 500 to make the rest of the money up, and so it's not like I'm not investing money. It's the 500 will go to paying for the print run that I want to pay for. So.
Let's see. Oh, apparently Coleman got a mic.
Oh, about time. So you're going to be able to start streaming soon.
Or you
Kinda
make
gotta
it
have a mic, don't you?
purpose and have it look like Chris.
Yeah, we were talking about maybe starting to do one of the streams in French, try to open the French market,
Oh, that'd be cool.
because we're both
I mean,
from Quebec, so we both speak both languages.
Yeah, but why
I
would you?
mean, obviously
why
I
would
wouldn't
you
watch
wanna
because I wouldn't
do
know what
that
you're
much?
saying.
Because you need to open the market so people can offer a French copy to France, which would double our market.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta sell it to as many people as you can.
Yep. Like in Europe, like the French side of comics they use their own. Like there's another crowdfunding platform that they use predominantly, and it's called Ulule. Ulele.
Yule?
And there's a lot of French comic book creators that are doing French comics.
I wonder if I
Collecting
should
euros.
translate my book into French.
I know I am. I'm even gonna do it in Spanish.
Yeah, I would like to do
Edu-
Spanish. I need
edu-
to find a translator. to
You
do it
just
for me.
need collateral. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. How much does it cost to get somebody to?
It depends, but it can be about like between, depending on who you get and the amount of page, could be easily between 5 to 1,000.
Yeah.
It
So
still says
I think Trashman cosplay would be cool, but I have had someone do chlorine cosplay. She's a little easier to do. Actually, on my website, on my store, I have a cosplay package for kind of a beginner cosplay piece for 2 of the characters. It is the new chlorine costume and Ion's costume. So it's tights and a what they call a rash guard shirt. It's like tights for the top instead of the bottom. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. So I do have that available for people. Yeah, right there.
yeah, there's the little cosplay outfits.
Yep. Yeah, you can get those, and it goes right to your house.
That's what were they
I
saying?
guess if your husband is a drag queen and wants to cosplay as
Yeah,
one's
there you
getting that
go.
reference. No one gets that reference. Okay.
Everybody No judging.
It was an internet thing that just happens.
Let's see. Sneaky way to say Chris looks bad soul. Yeah, I know. I see what he did there. I seen what he was doing, Johnny.
What's that?
You say you like fan art until you get your character drawn with a Bible butt and Chris's bearded face on it. It's a Bible butt.
A Bible butt would be interesting.
You
That
probably
would be
meant bubble
interesting.
butt, but boy, does that type have some time. Yeah, I was like, what's a Bible butt? A bubble butt, I guess. Okay.
Bubble butt.
No,
I
he
don't
probably
have
said
a
he,
bubble
he, he probably meant what he said, and the Bible butt means like like what we call a shelf butt, where it's
Maybe.
a flat butt that you could probably put a cup on top. Like
Yeah.
there's a flat. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a ton of merch here.
I do. So I use a fulfillment center that prints on demand with dye sublimation, and so I design a number of things and put graphics to it. I'm getting ready to try out shoes. They just opened up to where they can do custom shoes,
Oh wow.
and so I'm going to do a couple of those. They're a little expensive, but they're nice. So I've got the laptop sleeve. People that backed are getting that bag. So there's a few people that backed are getting that drawstring bag. I've got the backpack and the hats because I wear a ton of hats. The backpack is really great. Nice quality.
Dad hat. I didn't know
Dad
they were
hats.
called dad hats.
Yeah, I guess that's what they're
Okay.
called now. I don't know
Sure.
anything. Yeah,
Huh. Oh
got
wow,
a
even a
couple
bomber
jackets.
jacket. That on.
I don't have the bomber jacket yet, but I've got the leather jacket. The leather jacket
Hmm.
is hella comfortable, man. I love it. It is. It's a great jacket. Yeah, and then my wife and daughter and other people have gotten the shirts and stuff, so they all turn out pretty good.
Hmm. Yeah, so you could personally attest to the quality.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I pretty much get a test item of everything on the store, with the exception of all of the clothing items. You know, um, once I get a T-shirt, I know what it's going to be like, so I kind of stick with the same branding. Uh, you know, but
There's
then
that-
I've got
Are you
that's an
using
STL
Printful?
file. Yes, Printful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, they work great. I like them.
Yeah, I know.
They just integrate your business so well.
Yeah, they work well with Shopify. When you have Shopify, you have an app that you can just install. That's what I've been using.
Yeah, I don't use Shopify. I use a different platform. My website I like Squarespace. So I'm using Stripe as my transactional
Mhm.
platform.
Yeah, Squarespace
Their
is-
commerce stuff, yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So because I don't use Shopify for my store, it would have been more work for me to use the plugin for the crowdfunding. And I didn't want to do something that was just going to be exclusively mine. I wanted to build something that, when I found out that this other stuff I could potentially host other people's crowdfunding from my website, and they can actually take the widget and plug it into their website so that it looks like they're crowdfunding from theirs, but it's all part of this same package in the server. It's all processed by the same code. I thought, man, this would be a really cool idea to try to build this and see if it can work. And so I decided to go that route. And we're going to, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. But
But you're using Stripe for the credit
yeah,
info?
yeah. So when when the transaction happens, it goes to my business bank account.
Mm-hmm.
So it's set up that way.
And
what I'll do
who manages your backers info?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's I don't trust anyone. So I set it up to where me or someone that is connected to me, real people, are going to be handling this stuff. So all the backer info goes to me. Yeah, it's I didn't like the idea with this whole cancel culture thing. You know, I saw JDA get deplatformed. I've seen people get their money held, and I just don't like the idea of any of that. Really, you know, it just bugs me. So I wanted to create a platform that, you know, I'm not going to get kicked off of. You know, or someone's going to be able to withhold my money because they think my cover's too violent, or something like that. Which actually, the main cover for issue 9, I've got a blur because it's violent. I mean, heck, my book's called The Killing Field, for crying out loud.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a super violent cover for the last book in that arc, and so I've got to blur that one because bots and all that crap. You know, so on my side, I don't have to worry about all that stuff. Who's going to cancel me? Me? No, I don't think so.
Let's see. Let's focus in now. So it says, Sim, get out with your French market. And he says, by the way, I had the first season of the Heavy Metal Chronicles show as Steelbook in the mail today. Didn't see that one, and it has several actors I like.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
I told you there's a season 2. It's pretty good too.
X says he would love to have Nephilim Squadron in several languages.
And I don't, you know, just to say, I don't care about French or any other language, you know, in a way that it's market, dude. And you want to grow, you need to grow your market.
Yeah. Make it available to more people.
Yep. A lot of places read English. There's about half the world that doesn't.
What are you cooking? Crack? Now? Says Louisiana red beans. Oh, Pale Rider's cooking Louisiana red beans and rice.
Oh, now I'm starting to get hungry. It's lunchtime.
Ah.
You know, if somebody told me that I could make a lot of money making it in German, I'd probably translate it in German. So.
Yeah, I think Spanish is definitely the way to go, and maybe
Yeah, French, Spanish, and English are the 3 most
Yeah.
spoken languages, and then there's Mandarin, I think it is. But I don't speak Mandarin, and I know nothing on Mandarin.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Soul on that one.
Yeah, I can do the French and Spanish translation just here in home.
Yeah. I've talked with JDA off air, and he definitely ramps it up for social media. Like,
Yeah.
he ramps, you know, a lot of these guys do. They ramp it up.
Yeah.
It's, you know, that's their marketing play. That's their character that they play. You know, their persona.
Yeah. They exaggerate their personalities.
Yeah, like the ShamWow seller.
Yeah. It's over the top. You know.
Remember ShamWow, that guy?
How can you forget ShamWow?
Well, this Nerd Word Ministries, that sounds like a...
Yeah, so this is what we're going to be
endeavor.
focusing on here soon. Hopefully next month I'll have the site functional. We are creating content now, video content that's going to be on the website. But it is basically, it's where nerd culture, love for nerd culture, and growing faith intersect. So, you know, we'll deal a lot with the, you know, kind of Christians, just kind of feeding into Christians in the entertainment space. You know, kind of giving them encouragement. People that may, you know, that may be in the entertainment space that are curious, offering, you know, offering encouragement to them as well. Eventually, we'd like to move to where we have representatives that go to conventions and just build relationships, or just there, you know, to, you know, see if anybody needs prayer, you know, just be an encouragement to the, you know, not necessarily to the con goers, but to the vendors, Artist Alley, the vendors, you know, the people that are providing the content. So this is a way to kind of minister to people that make content in the nerd world, you know, or people that consume a lot of content and maybe don't have can't find, you know, quality Christian outlets for it in the nerd world. So that's the purpose of it. It's very niche. I understand, you know. It's not going to be for everybody. But I feel like God's kind of tailor-made me for that. You know, it's kind of my... And I fell backwards into this thing. Shelley Lepresti was... we were talking on Twitter and said something about wanting to do a stream with me. And so we decided that we'd do a Thursday night. And we just put the feelers out. And we wound up getting Shelley and Aaron. We got Graham. We got Don Chen. And we got Lola, CG Snowballer. We got Joseph A. Michael, a friend of mine. And so we made a great conversation.
Mhm.
And I got so many messages after that from people that, hey, you need to do more of this. I want more of this. And so I've started doing these Christians Making Comics interviews, which are going really well. And now I'm getting ready to start doing little shorts where it is kind of a quick devotional that ties in nerd references, where I use nerd references to kind of explain the scripture or whatever. So that's kind of what we're working on right now. It's
Yeah, that sounds pretty interesting.
it's in growth. So, but hopefully it becomes something a lot bigger than me, and it grows to other people being
Yeah.
able to be a part of the platform too. So
Ooh, slow cooking those beans and rice. He says it's nice and creamy now.
creamy.
Creamy.
Ooh, steamy.
Oh, steamy.
Ba-dum.
Uh,
You know what I'm talking about.
Yep. I
I
love
was a race car
Primus.
driver.
Oh god, I listen to them all the time.
I love that band.
I'd like to go watch them sometime, like a concert or something.
Man, that
but
would be.
I've
that
never
would be
gotten
awesome.
to.
That would be awesome.
Let's see.
A lot going on the website. There's links there. I've got the sign up. If you go to the website, you've got the stores. You've got the Nerd Bacon link where you can get merch for the Nerd Bacon show that I do on Thursday mornings. And you get a list of my current rates
Oh, look at
for
that.
services. Little quick samples just so you can see that. You all see that on my art stuff. You can see my photography. You see my video editing that I do. You can see my
Yeah.
logo designs. I mean, I try to put everything on there as
Mhm.
best I can. And then I do, you see what else is on there? Oh, on the front page there's a link to the Rift Riders campaign that we're in signups for right now. That's doing pretty good on signups. I would like it to do a heck of a lot better. But wouldn't we always?
That up?
We always
There
want it
we
to
go.
do better.
Yeah, Rip Riders. Doctor Who meets the Lost Boys, an adventure in time and space with endless possibilities.
Yeah, it's fun. We're sitting at 111 signups now, which isn't bad, but I mean, it is free to sign up, so we'd like more people to do that. But we're gonna have a secret perk go out to the mailing list, so everybody that does sign up for it will get a secret perk. And yeah, it's gonna be cool. I'm looking forward to that book. Piper did a great job on the script. Then we've got Dillard. John Dillard does an amazing job. The art is a little different than what you're used to seeing him do. It's more of a, Teen Titans, original Teen Titans cartoon kind of art, which is what we wanted. We wanted a softer, more cartoon, more whimsy, to fit the story. But yeah.
Let's see. Sam, what are
What?
you doing down there arguing in the chat?
Well, I'm entertaining myself and the chat.
Yeah, fighting about French.
I'm not fighting about French. I'm arguing with Soul, and he's going to stop saying French. I'm like, nope. And I said no. I said nope in German, like with the two dots. I don't know if he caught on. Then Coleman's like French, and Soul that just answered like, yeah, but I don't hear you in written words, so it doesn't bother me. I'm like, with the accent, I'm like, oh damn, Coleman has an actual French accent compared to me.
Yeah.
Like I don't have an accent. I don't have a French accent. I have an accent. I don't have a French accent. You'll notice what I mean when you're gonna hear Coleman.
You do have an accent? You don't think you have an accent?
I have an accent. I just don't have a French one.
You don't think that's a French accent?
I don't think so.
What do you think it is?
You'll see it when you hear Coleman.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that yours isn't like as strong as somebody else's, but it's quite clearly a French accent.
I don't know. People think I'm Puerto Rican.
Oh, really?
Dude, it's been a joke for years. Everybody thought I was Puerto Rican.
You know, you do have
Even Fraga
your
called me the
accent.
Puerto
Your
Rican
accent
Canadian.
is soft enough.
Yeah.
Your accent is soft enough that it might be mistaken for like a Hispanic.
It's more like
Puerto
an
Rican
international accent I'm getting or something.
Yeah, it may be.
I do have an accent, but you can't pinpoint that it's French because
It
I
does
do
have
not
a Latin feel to
I
it.
do not sound like this.
That's right. That's right. You don't have the. Yes.
I
don't know.
pronounce my.
French.
I do know my English algebra.
French.
Like I mean, like alphabet and stuff like that. Like I know how to pronounce my letters. Like I won't pronounce them in French, but I do have a little accent. That's for sure.
Your father smells of elderberries.
But dude, it's like saying,
Mother
do
is a
you actually think that you guys sound the same? Just change state and you have a different accent.
Oh yeah, no. We don't sound the same at all.
Like like go to Louisiana, they sound more French than I do.
Yeah. Well, I will give you that. Louisiana, they do have, but they also it's like a French redneck sound down there. It's like
Yeah, it's Franglish. It's
Yeah.
it's like going to Moncton here.
Oh,
If you
I
go to
make
New Bru-
fun
if you
of
go
the
to New
Cajuns.
Brunswick, if you go to New Brunswick, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I am Cajun. When you think about it, you know what Cajuns are, right? It's Acadians.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
the Acadians
yeah.
that got split up between Quebec and Louisiana. So technically,
Yeah, okay.
Quebecers and Louisiana are the same type of people.
I'll give you that.
It's the first settlers. So it's the first people that came to this place, the Acadians,
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
got genocided by the British motherfuckers.
Sim just sounds Canadian to me. He's like French light.
Yeah. Yeah, you do sound. Yeah. There's kind of like that Canadian thing that.
I have the Canadian thing, but I don't do a, and I don't
Hoser.
go boot. What
Yeah.
you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ooh.
Ooh,
hey.
What you
Hey,
talking
ooh.
about?
Yeah.
James
Dude,
does.
I think that's where you can. I think that's where the accents lie. Is in the A's and the O's and the E's.
The first
It's in the
time I went
vowels.
to a freaking area that talked like that, I was like, I thought that was just a fucking caricature. I didn't know that was real. I didn't know that there was actually people that sounded like those two idiots from South Park. But no, there is. I went there and I'm like, you actually use a boot? Like, dude, I started laughing. I'm like, he goes, why are you laughing at me? I'm not laughing at you. I'm just realizing that this is true.
Yeah.
He just started laughing. I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I just thought it was just a caricature.
Soul got my reference. Soul definitely got my reference. I fart in your general direction.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that.
yeah, we
Yeah.
all did.
We are
It's just-
French. Yeah.
Go away.
It's a crack, yeah.
Second
I don't
thought.
do a good French accent. I could, and you know what? I could not do a Russian accent until like a couple weeks ago. Like I was always bad at the Russian accent, and then for some reason I just decided to do a Russian accent, and it worked. And I was like,
And it
what?
is. Your mother
when did I learn to
was
do
a
that?
hamster, and your father smells like elderberries.
That's elderberries, yeah. Yeah,
It's a thought in your general direction.
Yeah, it's pretty funny stuff.
And where's that
I
from?
love Monty Python, man. That's such a great movie. Holy Grail, such a great movie.
Grab a French Bud Light with Sim.
Yeah.
So we call that beer Bud Light.
French
Bud
Bud
Light.
Light with Sim. Eh?
Eh?
Dude, that's one of the things I always thought was annoying. Like people that like when you watch a hockey guy, like you're doing an interview, and it's like, I gave my 100%, and I'm doing this, we were all giving our best, and I'm like, fuck, it's annoying. Ooh. Bud Light, that's water. Yeah, I know. I don't even drink beer.
So he wants to have a water with Sim. Just enjoying the water. That's all we're doing. Yeah, so Rift Riders is a cool book. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome. I can't wait to get this out there for everybody. It's kind of odd. So here's the deal. I was not happy with X-Men. I wasn't getting anything good that I liked. Not that I was unhappy. I hated it. Urgh, bad X-Men. No, I was just not getting what I really wanted. And so I decided I was going to write something that I would want to read. And I at first didn't realize anyone would be interested in hybrids at all. I thought it was just going to be me and maybe a couple other weirdos out there that kind of got into it. But it turns out, quite a few people are enjoying the story. And so I'm doing the same thing with, I'm a big Doctor Who fan. I love Peter Pan and Neverland and all that kind of stuff. And I like the idea of, being forever young. You know, I like the idea of regeneration. So the idea of like this kind of old soul in a young body interests me. You know, Peter Pan, being old. Like if you really age, the dude would be ancient, right? But he's just a kid. But kind of keeping that kid wonder. It was very intriguing to me. And so I come up with this concept that kind of would be a Doctor Who that I really wanted to read, basically. And so that's when I teamed up with Piper, and she wrote this script. It's great. It's a great story, and it's what I want. It's got science in it, like there's actual science. This is not, even though it's an all ages book, it's not just for kids. I mean, it's for everybody. And I told somebody the other night on stream, I said, look, you can leave this in the bathroom at the church, or you can leave it in the bathroom at the strip club. It doesn't matter. Anybody can pick this thing up and enjoy it. It's about adventure, and it's exciting, and it just has this, kind of this, it's smart. You learn something in it, or, it explains itself, and there's kind of mystery. It's really cool. I mean, it's a fun read. It's a fun book, and I can't wait to get it out to everybody and get in their hands. It is very, very cool. And so it's one of those things where I'm not drawing it, and I didn't write it. I did come up with a concept, so it's kind of from my mind and mine and Piper's mind, but, I'm selling the crap out of it. But I get to look at some amazing art. We got a different color, so the colors that you see are different now. I hired a different colorist. I wasn't super happy with that feel. I wanted something with a little more depth and mystery, and that's what we got. So when the campaign launches, you'll see the art. The video actually has the new art in it. So we do have a video that's about, if you scroll up to the top, it's about 10 seconds long.
And hello and welcome, Richard
hello.
and Dragon Pisces.
Yeah.
Play.
Welcome to Reef Riders.
An exciting
Mute yourself,
adventure in
Chris.
time and space.
Oh,
There's something devouring timelines, and there's only one person smart enough to stop it.
Me.
That's it.
Welcome
That's
to
all. That's
Reef
it.
Riders.
An exciting adventure in time and space.
There's something devouring timelines, and there's only one person smart enough to stop it.
Me.
So it's
That-
a me
that-
that consider
that's pretty
themselves
much the
they
story.
or them. Alright.
No, me. No. No, the idea is that when they say, hey, there's only one person smart enough to stop it, they all think it's them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the smartest. I'm the only one smart enough to stop it. So they kind of, it kind of shows their dynamic, their feel. They're none of them are stupid, but they're all kind of smart.
Well, they're all arrogant.
Yeah, and they're all kind of like, but it's funny, it's just kind of the humor to it. But yeah, so something's devouring timelines, and they got to figure out how to stop it, and that's what it's about. You get a little bit of the backstory on kind of who they are and what they are. We'll work on those things here or there, but really we just drop you right into the story. Here's 3 people that's in a ship that can travel in time and space and dimension, and they've been using it to party and have a good time. They're on their way to a beach planet so that they can hang out for a little bit and relax. And on the way there, it's gone. The whole, not just the planet, the whole dang timeline's gone, because they travel in what we call the rift, or a corridor that exists outside of time and space. So traveling in space means we're traveling from here to the moon, or from here to Mars, or from here to Andromeda. That's traveling in space. Traveling in time is, obviously from here to there. But when you pull yourself outside of that, and time and space and dimension are all something that you can type into a GPS. You know, that's kind of an odd place to be. And so outside there, everything works different outside there. And so they've got a bit of a calamity that they have to deal with. So yeah, it's cool. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be great. The art, the colors look good. Everything looks good. The story's good. Man, I mean, it's gonna be a fun book. So we're hoping for a huge launch. We got to raise money. This is a true crowdfund. We are raising money to pay for art. So we got the first 5 pages done, but we do have to pay Dillard for the rest of the book. And so as soon as we hit our funding goal, we're going to go ahead and get him started. So we're going to go and start paying out of pocket to get the books paid for, to get the books drawn. So we're going to go ahead and do that before the money's actually released to us. So that is the plan. But we need to hit that. We've got like a $6,000 goal that we've got to hit. And so I know we probably won't hit that in the first day. Man, it would be just a miracle. It would make me happy. And I'd probably run naked out in the front yard if that happened. But we need to hit that $6,000 goal to get this thing going.
Well, there you
it's
go,
definitely a book
folks.
you're
You guys
gonna
got
want.
like a stretch goal there.
Yeah, this is stretch goal. Luke runs
Get
naked
Luke
out in the front yard.
naked on his yard.
Could you imagine?
So that's
I'll
what we
try
also
to-
call beefcake.
Is that also called beefcake? Trust me.
But I told you,
It's-
Burt Reynolds on the bear in front of a fireplace. It's beefcake. So imagine if you're half naked on a freaking boat. That's beefcake.
Dude, for me, it's pork cake.
You
Nothing
know,
beef about this.
You're in that little raft boat. They're naked, sitting there and fishing. That's still beefcake.
Yeah,
It's fishy, but it's beefcake.
like I said, it's more like, I don't know. This is not beefy.
And
This
you
is
know,
not
just add to it that you'll have a tattoo of hybrid while
I'll get
naked
it,
and
yeah.
fishing. Yeah,
Yeah. Branding. I will get your brand, your logo tattooed.
on my left cheek while I surf on that picture.
Oh, this is getting crazy.
Could you just imagine a guy doing that, like picturing himself doing surf, and he has the sponsor on his butt?
I would, I mean, you gotta pay me a lot of money. Like, we're talking in the millions, but I might do that.
Beefcake. Sim equals Canadian beefcake expert.
I'm more of a cheesecake expert, but okay, you say so.
I'm,
Oh,
Whatever
I'm more
turns
of a-
you on. So
I'm more of a chocolate cake expert. That's what I like.
I like my cheesecake with some chocolate in it.
I like cheesecake too. I just like food. When I woke up, so I was finally able to eat food. It took a long time. I had not eaten solid food, ingested food through my mouth in over 75 days. So I had to relearn how to swallow. So they put me on a soft diet, a puree diet. And one of the first things they brought me was some mashed potatoes. And I kind of messed about with it, and then I just pushed it away. And my wife was like, "What's the matter?" I said, "They're bad." And she's like, "Oh." So I said, "Taste them. I don't like them." She tasted. She goes, "Yeah, they're not so good." She goes, "I don't." I said, "Maybe if I hadn't eaten for a while, I'd have." I said, "Beth, 75 days." And she started chuckling because she hadn't realized what she said. If I hadn't eaten for a while, maybe I'd eat them. And I was like, 75 days, not worth it. That's not going to be the first thing I eat. Like, that is not it. Like, I am not going to, in my story of recovery, I'm not, the first full meal that I eat, or actual, like, things of substance, it's not going to be some crap mashed potatoes. So they brought me some pudding. And so my first actual food that I ate was a giant cup of chocolate pudding. And then they brought me the giant cup of chocolate pudding for breakfast. And then they brought me one for lunch. And they brought me one for dinner, and that lasted for 3 days. Guess what I don't eat now?
Pudding.
I don't eat chocolate pudding. I had enough. Like they was always bringing me chocolate pudding. Confirmed.
Not me. Bruce Fist says confirmed.
Luke
Luke
likes
likes blackjack.
I'm sorry. Anybody
like
in skin
variety.
anybody in skin tight is technically naked with body paint, so shut up.
I like the variety. I mean, I think the variety's beautiful. It does remind me, there was so at church camp one year, I think I was like 13 or 14. We're at church camp, and there was this girl that a black girl came with her friend, and so like everybody's white except for this one girl, right? So she had to feel completely awkward that there were just, I mean, no black kids at all. But I thought she was beautiful. I thought she was gorgeous, and I wanted to go out with her at church camp, because church camp, it doesn't last more than a week, but I don't know. Have you guys ever been to church camp?
I've only ever been to a camp once.
Okay, so church camp is like camp, but you got church every night, and then they teach you Bible stuff all the time while you're there. And so we're at church camp, and everybody's got to dress up, for church, and then everyone's got to. At this one, they were hardcore. The boys couldn't wear shorts. It's middle of summer. You had to wear pants, and the girls couldn't wear. They had to wear dresses, skirts. But she was gorgeous. And so I was like, I told her, hey, so when you get a girlfriend at camp, church camp, it's, you're going to make out a little bit. You're going to find, go off in the woods, nothing serious. Nobody's like banging,
Yeah.
But, you go make out a little bit and walk around, hold hands. You buy her candy from the, commissary or whatever. I call it commissary. That's not what it is. It's like prison. From the concessions. My gosh, calling it commissary. But you do that kind of stuff. And so I wanted her to be my girlfriend because I wanted to make out with her. I wanted to hold her hand, all that kind of stuff. Thought she was gorgeous. Everybody was like, "You want to go out with a black girl?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do. Look at her. She's freaking hot," And so I finally I get up the nerve to ask her, like, "Hey, will you be my girlfriend?" And she's like, "You want to be my girlfriend?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "I don't know." I'm like, "Why not? You don't think I'm good looking or whatever?" She goes, "No, it's just you're white." She wouldn't go out with me because I was white.
Damn.
Yeah. So I was like, that was the first time I was like, what? I was like, I'm being rejected because of my skin color. I was so sad. It broke my heart. Broke my little 13-year-old heart, man. I had a crush on her. And I just puppy dog around that girl the whole week. And
Luke didn't give up though.
I did not give up, man. I tried to convince her. I was like, come on. Doesn't matter. It's like, it doesn't matter.
It's
But
just
to her it
a good
mattered.
color.
To her it mattered. I can't even remember her name now. But
No, ebony, ivory, happy end for young Luke says so.
nope.
No. Thomas doesn't
No.
down. Uh-oh. Don't turn around.
The commissar. Oh, I love these song references and these movie references. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it was no.
Oh my gosh.
Confirmed. Luke is marked safe from Bill Cosby. Yeah.
Gentlemen, I need to start wrapping this up.
Hey, that's fine. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
I'm
It's like 1:15 here. I need to eat
struggling
some
to
food.
stay awake, and I need to. I think I need to go back to bed. I'm
Yeah.
struggling.
Look at you. Yeah, you look like you're struggling.
And then
Back
yesterday-
hybrids today. Go get. It was still in demand over on Indiegogo for the Killing Fields Part 1 through 3. Only for a short while. It's getting ready to go off demand and get put on my website. So you won't be able to get it there anymore, but you will still be able to get the books in a few weeks somewhere else. And yes, I like chocolate cake.
That's true.
This is the origin story, folks. Love a chocolate cake. I often joke with my wife. For people that know and they've seen pictures of my wife, Beth is gorgeous. She is a beautiful lady, and but she's very fair skinned. She's got very very pale skin, dark curly brown hair and blue eyes. Beautiful woman, and I married way out of my league. But I often joke. I said if anything ever happens to her, I'm going to do an opposites thing. My wife is 5'2". She's got a 6'1" attitude. But I said I'm going to marry a tall black woman. Like I'm going to find some Haitian lady, like beautiful, dark, like chocolate skin, And she's like, I think you got a thing for black chicks, because I've often said that, right? So she's like, I think you've got a thing, and I've told her about the story of the girl that rejected me, and she's like, I think you've got a thing for black chicks. I think when that girl rejected you, like it did something in your head.
It created something there.
It created this forbidden you can't have, so that's what you want. I was like, well, I married the opposite of that. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
oh man. Yesterday I was doing something yesterday here at my computer desk, and I think I had one of my swagger sticks sitting here, and I bent down to do something, and of course my light doesn't work, so I can't really see at night as much, and I went down to get something off the floor, and not paying any attention, that swagger stick, it fits right into your eye socket, so it just went right there.
Oh gosh.
Right into my eye. I was like, oh.
Sugar, you're gonna kill yourself, dude.
Oh man.
You gotta be careful, man. Life is short. We're fragile.
That was really stupid. It was right into my eyeball. Right into my eye socket.
Wow.
I was like, ah.
Chris is saying that Luke is going to marry BB.
He's asking a question. I
Oh yeah, he might. Yeah.
Oh.
He's gonna marry Bebe. Bibi.
Yeah.
The big Nigerian woman.
So it's kind of funny. So I don't write myself. There's no self insertion in the comics for me, but there are little pieces of me, like things that I could connect with in little parts of my life and experiences in each one of my characters, as well as drawn from other people that I know, family and friends and people along the way, kind of putting pieces of them into the characters too to make them interesting. So the love story between Trash Man and Chlorine is a little bit of an analog. Some of the reflection of the love story I have with my wife is there. And so in some instances she is Chlorine and I am Trash Man. In some instances, not as an analog always, but in some cases. But in other cases, there parts of me are in the character named Rev, okay? And Rev has a daughter. And so part of my daughter's traits, some of her, not all, little pieces of her, little pieces of other people have made it into that character, right? To build that personality. So, but my wife's like, okay, well, if you're Rev and Corey is Seraphina, doesn't Rev's wife Rachel die in the books? Spoiler for anyone who hasn't got the books. Sorry. And I was like, well, yeah. And they go, okay, well, don't you have him like kind of in this odd will they won't they relationship with Ion in the new series? I said, well, kind of. She goes, again, with the black ladies. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I didn't see that. So it's so yeah, we kill off Rev's wife, and I'm doing that like, will they get together? Will they not? We don't know, kind of thing with Rev and Ion, the Haitian lady in the story. So it's like subconsciously I just wrote it, didn't even realize it, and so we just continue to laugh at our folly. Ha ha.
Let's see. Impalement right in the eye. I know, I did. Right in my eyeball.
No, he's not a self-insert, Mobix. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the chat.
Oh,
Way to show up late. No, he's not a self-insert. The closest thing that happens to me and Trashman is that we have sometimes my barber will cut my hair close to his, because it's just what's a popular haircut these days. But no, there's the only thing that I have in common with Trash Man is that I love a lady with my whole heart, and so that is really the only thing that we share. Other than that, Trash Man is someone else I know. He actually really is. A lot of him is taken from somebody else I know. That was a good friend, a real good friend. So, yep,
All right, let me see.
yep. That's how I do this.
I'm so insane. Let's see. Oh no, Hex.
Oh hex! Oh gosh!
Follow our guests, especially if you're a tall black lady.
You're tall back. That's funny.
Let's see. Oh no, what's Pale Rider saying?
Yeah.
Breaking the whistleblowers come forward, and according to them, it was Sugar harassing the poor migrant workers and not the other way around. What?
Stay tuned for more.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I paid for that haircut. I did. I paid for that haircut. I got a different barber now. I got a different barber now.
Hey, Jay Ryan.
I didn't. Yeah, this one is like I go to this guy. They give me a fade. I'd always wanted. I didn't know what they called them. I always wanted like that old style, like like where it goes down to skin. I didn't know it was called a fade because I'm not hip. I don't know anything.
Luke.
And so
Luke went to Supercuts.
yeah, I would go to Supercut, but now I found this guy. He's got a barber shop, and they're great. It's I think it's called Class Act Barbers or something like that. But they do fades like really well, and I always go. So I go there now. It's really expensive, because it's like a shop where the guy owns the shop, but he has other guys that just cut hair come in, but they have to be good at what they do in order to come in.
That's
And
good.
so yeah, so I go there to get my hair cut now.
Yeah, at least you know you're getting quality.
Yeah, I mean it's worth it. Of course, my hair grows like crazy now. So
Ion. Oh, okay.
calls who Ion? What was that?
Soul says Shay calls him Ion. That's why he reacts to that.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Not Ion, you Ion, my character, who is a very strong, very powerful woman in my universe. Yeah, I don't shy away from strong, powerful women in my comics. I'm fine with it. But you know what? Here's the other thing. I have strong, powerful women but they don't hate men. Like they get along with me. It's okay to be attractive and feminine and still be taken seriously. And that's what happens in my books. So
Still hurts a little. I didn't follow them around. They followed me.
oh crap, Mo Biggs is here. Hold on, give me a second.
What's up, Mo?
I almost forgot, Mo. There you go. Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry?
Please, Mo. God, please.
Don't ask those questions.
On the radio?
Well, the answer in the chat will probably be yeah.
J Rod says, "Get a kid and play Fade." Luke.
Dude, I'll don't tempt me. I'll make it a stretch goal. I'll make it a friggin' stretch goal, and I'll get a friggin' kid and play. I'll get the Vanilla Ice haircut. My wife will have a problem with that. She will have a problem with that. But you know what? I think I can handle the fury.
Soul says, "Luke, yeah, LOL. I'm indeed not a strong, powerful woman."
Yeah.
You boys act made Supercut something to look out for, and not in a good way. That's right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'll tell you that haircut was fun.
Defense. Let's see.
Yeah. Pretty much, you go to Supercut, you tell them what they want, they do the exact opposite. They do the exact opposite.
What the hell is Supercut? Is that like your Walmart type of haircut or something?
Oh yeah. It's like a haircut factory, is what it is.
Boy, George.
And is it like at Walmart?
Well, some Supercuts are near Walmart.
Okay.
They're not actually in Walmart. No, they're their own little storefront
Okay.
kind of thing.
Mo says, "Luke, we gave you time to realize your crime. Nevertheless, you persisted."
Give me time to realize my crime. I
Bad
love it.
George just joined
So
in
here's
too.
the deal: the pork pie. Yes,
Pedro?
I guess Boy George wore a pork pie, but this is a Heisenberg pork pie, and here's why I started wearing the pork pie. Okay, story behind that is because when I came out of my nap, people are like, dude, you're a little mean and you're a little savage now. You kind of, you're scrappy, as they've said. And they go, yeah, it's kind of like you're Breaking Bad. They started jokingly calling me Eisnerberg. And so I got the pork pie because I was like, well, I guess if that's what I am, I'm leaning into my villainy. Is what I'm doing
Better
with
live
the
up
pork
to it
pie.
then.
Yeah, so if I throw in the pork pie, expect me to be a little more villainous. When I got on the baseball cap, I'm
Most
chill.
like when
Yeah.
Luke came out, he really came out.
Cool
I
hand.
really came out, yeah. Yeah. You're saying that like it's a bad thing.
Coleman's like supercut discount code Zach.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I like that. What was that, Sam, you said about people? Can you can take a
Oh yeah, if you can take a dick, you can take a joke.
right. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
Just says She-Hulk sitcom is painful feminist cringe.
Yeah, it was. I
Mhm.
watched the first. Here's the thing: it was not terrible, but it wasn't any good either. It's like I could take it or leave it, but yeah, it was like seriously, you're going to compare. So here's the thing about a good lawyer. So a good lawyer uh, appreciates an expert witness, right? When it comes to being a Hulk, Bruce Banner is an expert witness, right? She fully dismisses everything he says.
That's what they all do because guys are always wrong, women are always right, and they don't have to try to do anything. They're just awesome just because they're breeding and they have tits. Why?
Yeah.
Why, dude? They've been pushing out for years since the third wave feminism. Why do you think so many men hate themselves and want to be women now? Because it's the easy way out.
Yeah.
Just because you have. Yeah.
Now the thing is, I like the actress, and I think she's an
Did you
attractive
see?
lady.
I thought it was funny. Like one of the commercials I saw was them like promoting it, right? And she was wearing I support trans or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You know, but I don't care about her politics. Really, that's the thing. I don't care.
yeah, but that's my point.
About
It
those
says
politics.
you're doing a big promotion freaking thing, and it's going to be political. Like you're wearing a freaking like here. I don't know. I'm a left wing nut type of shirt. Like you're not supposed to do that when you're promoting a project.
But
when
here's the
you're-
thing. Here's the thing. I don't even care if they're left wing nut and promoting their project. They can do that. Just make a good product.
Mhm.
That's all my. You can be a left wing nut and say all the crazy stuff you want, and if you do a good job at what you do, I don't even care. I don't even care that you're a crazy person. The problem is, the acting was subpar, the writing was extremely subpar, and the CG was subpar.
Yeah,
That was my problem with the whole
quite-
thing.
My main point is if you do a commercial for She-Hulk or the Hulk and you're wearing a T-shirt talking about your project and it says the U.S. sucks on it, well don't complain if the U.S. don't buy your shit. That was my thing is
but
like
it's the same
you
thing
don't
with the
you never
Trump
do a
hats and all
political
that,
you never
yeah.
do it. Yeah, that's the thing. You wouldn't wear a Trump hat in a pitch for your book when it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like you.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
my goal.
There's,
That's what I mean.
plenty of people that do that kind of stuff. You know, there are plenty of people that do that kind of stuff. You know, but that's their market. You know, and I guess if she wants her fan base to be that's fine. I don't care as long as she does her job well, and they make a good product. But they didn't make a good product. I mean, it was like
Mhm.
they didn't make. Here's the thing. Here's what I liked about She-Hulk or Jen in the comic books. The same thing I liked about Carol Danvers in the comic books. She was sassy, snarky, and confident, which came across kind of like playful, and it was kind of a really attractive combination, that snarky and confident, you know. But I don't think they understand how to write that now, because they made Carol Danvers suck. They made her bratty and arrogant, is what they made her. And they're doing the same thing to Jen, bratty and arrogant. They don't know how to make them snarky and playful, because they have to write them to where they hate men. and if you're a woman, you have to be better than a man. Why did She-Hulk have to say, "I'm better than you"? Why is that what's got to be?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's not
Right.
better. It's just different.
What, dude? It's not just that. It's every character that ends up being originated by a woman. Look at what they did with Constantine. Now Constantine, there was another Constantine before him, and it was a woman.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
and
why? Like, why couldn't you just come up with Zatanna or something? You know what I mean? Like another
but they
character.
Mary Sue the crap out of this stuff too.
Yeah.
So it's very easy for Jen. Jen doesn't have to work.
Yeah, because dude,
they
they
actually said
they don't understand struggle. They're used to just showing
Yeah.
up somewhere and having people going, "Well, you're a chick doing this. You're so marvelous. You're so courageous."
but
That's
but
all they do right now.
they
Like,
wrote
dude,
the
you
struggle
you
in
can't even
for-
criticize shit anymore. And dude, it's even in the part that people are like, even the resistance doesn't want to be criticized. It's like, dude, I'm sorry, the real world is tough. You need to be criticized. You can be the best singer in the fucking world. You can have won Oscars as the best fucking opera, the best voice in the goddamn fucking world. You're gonna step on stage. There's gonna be somebody saying you suck.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to take some criticism.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's my problem with this. You know, they made Bruce Banner, they made Mark Ruffalo suffer. You know, he had to work for where he was at, right? Jen, no, doesn't have to. That doesn't work that way. But they're doing the same thing with the Arrow lady, with the Hawkeyes.
Yeah,
yeah,
dude, they're all girls now. They're all changing into girls. That's the
yeah.
thing.
But like everything, you know, even
And
though she
girls are
messed up and things broke, it still worked out for her. You
Yeah,
know,
because-
it still was easy.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
not
It's like
Clint who had to
you're
suffer.
gonna have the 5 guys around her helping her, saving people, and doing this, but it's all her.
Yeah, but I mean that's always my problem. At the end, it's like the guys. When you write the guys, you make them suffer. When
Mhm.
you write the girls, you don't make them suffer.
Yeah,
Let's make
it's
a
not.
realistic story. And I like the stories of strong women. I don't have
So-
a problem with those at all. But let them have to endure things. Because that's what makes you strong. It doesn't matter if you're
So
male or female. It's enduring crap.
I would
That's what
like
makes you strong.
I would like to remind everybody that Chris has been trying to stop this stream because he wants to go to bed. So
Yeah, yeah.
don't forget to sub, like, and share. Go check
have a
out
good day.
the hybrid. Go back that campaign. Go back to Elson and Adverse too, because it's closing on the 29th. I'm closing the in-demand, and the price will be going up because shipping is going up. So if I do a second chance campaign, the price is going to be higher than it's going to be $5 more because the book is over 100 page. So go get it now, and that little mini figurine that's available there not going to be available ever again.
Speaking of minifigurines, Sugar, how you doing?
Huh?
Tired?
And Sugar needs to go to bed because when he's rocking, when his eyes get glassy and he's rocking from side to side, it means that he's trying to stay awake and he needs to go to bed before he falls.
We should probably, yeah.
My
Everybody check out Hybrids.
Ow.
Back to project. Check out Riff Riders. Look up LukeStoneStudios.com. Find all my links there. Yep. And hopefully I'll be around again. And you know what? No, I'm going to keep the pork pie. I'm going to keep the pork pie ready whenever I see you in the chat.
Yeah, I was letting you guys talk, and that gives more time for Mo to talk since he showed up at the end of the end. But,
See how slow the talking is getting. So people, sub, like, and
Yeah,
share.
yeah. Sub, like, and share.
but yeah, thanks everybody for joining us.
See you all on Monday with another guest that we got, and don't forget the Doodle and Chill and Inkslayer art show on this weekend.
I've got a few people lined up. Let me see. Yeah, next Friday, so I'm gonna have on Adam. I'm gonna have Adam on. Yeah, Mr. Lawson.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's great. You know what? He's the one that gave me
Yeah.
my quote that this is the X-Men I wanted to read. That's what he said about the first trade, the one that's being remastered and sold right now. He said it's the X-Men I wanted to read.
Oh, nice.
It came from Mr. Lawson.
Yeah.
I told
So
him, dude. I said, dude, I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of that, guaranteed.
yeah, so I do have some people lined up. I just ain't put them in the stream yards. So, but yeah, thanks everybody for joining us.
Chat, you rock.
Yeah, and I will talk to y'all on the next one.